So, the LCS address came out earlier today, and it was amazing. Actually, I'm very pleasantly surprised. The road shows, the boot camps they announced, and my personal favorite, the fantasy league changes, were, I think, a perfect response to what the fans were asking for this last year. They really responded well to fan sentiment, and honestly, props to them. But other people have already been talking about these changes a lot. Shout out to my friend Cloud Sidkey for addressing this earlier. So I want to do something a little bit different here, and I wanted to tell you what I think is missing from the LCS address. And if you haven't seen my face before, I'm BosskittyLOL or BosskittyLOL, and I make content here on YouTube trying to get new fans involved in the LOL space. I'm also an amateur play-by-play and color caster in some different gaming orgs in the Tier 3 space. So if you want to see either casting content or content for new League fans, please make sure to stay tuned. I got a lot of stuff coming soon. So, the three things that I think are missing from this LCS address that definitely should be there are the dates and times for those show matches, any content for new fans, as well as commitment to making more content in general. These three things I think are very crucial for this league to grow and maintain its player base, and they were not here in the LCS address. For this first one, I don't think there's much to say here. Cloud City already has a great video about it, but they likely already know the locations and general dates for these events, these road shows, so they really should just give it to us. We have to schedule around it. There's could be work conflicts, there could be personal event conflicts. So if we're going to try and make it to them, especially as content creators, please, please just give us these dates as soon as you possibly can. And for my second point here, the incentives for new fans. This is one of the things that has really been pissing me off in the last couple years since I joined this fan base. It seems like they don't really have a lot for new fans to do, to incentivize them to show up, to watch every week. So a lot of people that might have been sort of interested, a little interested, they don't really have a reason to stay. Not giving your player base a reason to stay is a pretty good way to make sure your esport doesn't grow and doesn't thrive. So I'd really like to see them address this point in the near future and make sure that they have some incentives for their fans. To put my money where my mouth is, these are some ideas that I had to try and get some new fans involved that I think the LCS could do pretty easily. The first one would be to take a page out of the Sentinels book. If you want to see more about it, you can check out my video just the other day. But they are providing free jerseys to new fans of Sentinels if you show up wearing an old TSM jersey to the opening weekend. And I think this is a great way to promote merch, to promote new team loyalty, to really have a nice ode to an older, very popular team in TSM. So take a page out of something like this. Maybe new fans could get a free Timo hat, and they could explain the kind of the story behind how Timo hats became such a big thing in the league space. I think that would be a great message to say, new fans, you're welcome, you know, come here, celebrate with us. For a second idea, I think that they really should be reaching out to creators both in the league space and with other maybe similar titles and try to get some collaborations going, even for just some small content. You don't have to have them on the broadcast, you don't have to pay them like, a huge salary, but doing a collaboration like short or long form content video with other creators in Call of Duty and Valorant especially. I think we could really pull in some fans from other esports and show them what makes League special. And lastly, for the second point here, I think that they really, really just need to post more on social media and on YouTube in particular. This is where a lot of the audience likes to watch League of Legends content. And that leads perfectly into my last point, which I was wanted to talk about content commitments in the space. They really just need to post more, especially when there's not matches going on, when there's not major events going on, not the internationals, not the finals. They need to post during the regular season. I want to see the 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 league through the regular season to the finals with content, with storylines, with players, with the talent that they have on the broadcast. I want to see more moments from the LCS, including the preparation, including who's in the studio right now, talking to players. We do have a media day, obviously, where they go in and talk to players, but I want to see more. I want to see daily uploads, even. I think that they can totally manage that with the amount of resources they have. And the more you post, the more people see it. It's as simple as that. Another thing that I want to highlight here is that the LCS is back in less than 2 weeks. And I haven't heard anything else about how the LCS is back, the name change. Like they mentioned it briefly in the LCS address there earlier today, but man, can you not just scream it? Scream it from the rooftops. The LCS is back. The league you know and love is here again. We screwed up. We fixed it. LCS is back. Tune in, please. Like, I want to hear them shouting it. I want to hear them begging people to tune back in. The viewership numbers have been down, and they really need to just scream it. Just scream it from the rooftops that this league is back and this league is going to thrive. I want to see that commitment. And to finish this one off, I really just want to say thank you to all the returning and new League fans. I want to see this community grow. I want to see this community thrive. And that's my mission here making content on YouTube. I've been playing this game since I was very little. It's been part of my life for over a decade. But I didn't really get into the esports scene until I was an adult, till I had, um, long since had those days where I stayed up all night playing League, grinding the game, trying to hit silver, trying to hit gold, trying to hit diamond for the first time. And I know there's a lot of other players like me. They enjoy the game, they play hours and hours and hours. It's such a big part of their lives, but they can't or haven't or won't get involved in this League of Legends scene. So for all of you there out there like me, my goal is to connect you to what I see being so special in the esports scene. So please make sure to follow that journey, and I'll catch you next time.